This episode wasn't all that, but it'll do. Let's get into the review. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Scott about Nation TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Kandi and the Gang. Yes, indeed, yes, indeed. This is episode 9 of Kandi and the Gang. If I'm not mistaken, I think next week is the season finale. I think it's the season finale. I think it is. I don't know, child. But anyway, before we get into anything, let me let you guys know what I got coming up, okay? Now be sure to tune in later on tonight at 8:15, 7:15 Central Time, okay? Where me, Jamar, and Maddie, we come together to talk about the Bad Boys Los Angeles, okay? I watched it last night. I'm gonna watch it again before the show starts so I can make me some fresh notes so we can really get into some things tonight, okay? So that would be tonight. And also what y'all been waiting on, the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be coming back tomorrow night at 9:15, 8:15 Central. That's 9:15, 8:15 Central Time. All six of us will be in the building, and we will be talking about the first episode of the Housewives of Atlanta. And as the season progresses, we'll be talking about Basketball Wives as well. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. I am so excited. Hope you guys are just as excited as we are, okay? But that's pretty much it. So anything else that I got coming up this week, I'll be talking about it later on in the video. So let's get into last night's episode of Kandi and the Gang. Now, I really didn't enjoy it that much. I just watched it. It wasn't all that great. So I don't foresee this review being that long because it wasn't all that. But let's get into it. So Aunt Nora and Aunt Bertha, I think it's Mama Joyce's birthday, okay? And Mama Joyce is saying that I've been here. I guess she turned 70. She's talking about she's been here for 70 decades. No, you've been here for 7 decades. 7 decades. You've been here 70 years, 7 decades. So no, you got it wrong. But whatever. Nora was like, "You are such a good baby sister. Like, you probably the best baby sister one can have." And Aunt Bertha was like, "Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that." Lived Aunt Bertha to keep it all the way real. Like, she like, "Nora, don't be getting your ass up here telling no lies. Y'all know that, Mama. You know that Joyce is a damn menace to society. You know this already, girl. Don't be sitting up here trying to lie to her." You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I enjoy seeing the old lady gang on this show. Like, they are the best things about this show. Outside of Brian, they are the best things about this show. Period. Okay. Period. Point blank. Okay. So then we get into Philip and Brian. Now, it looks like Philip and Brian are in a better place. You know, they did not get along at the beginning. You know that Philip really wasn't featuring Brian like that, and Brian wasn't featuring Philip like that either. Like, he felt like he was fine, but he had a fine, badass attitude. And he was like, "Oh, I don't know who this Philip person is, but I like this Philip. We need to keep this Philip around." And then, Philip was like, "Oh, the old Philip is still here. Don't get it twisted. The old Philip is still here." And I'm just like, that's very unfortunate that the old Philip is still here, child. That's very fucking unfortunate. So Patrick comes to Torin for some help. Now he got some body order he want to put out. And he wants Torin to help him with the shoot. He want everybody to be oiled down, oil each other down. Well, not really oil each other down, but oil their bodies down. They don't want to be shirtless as well. And Don One was like, "Oh, you got me fucked up. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that." Don One is not finna take off his shirt for nobody. Okay, and you know what? I don't blame you. I don't blame you, because I don't like to take my shirt off either, unless it's for different reasons. But I don't like to take my shirt off either. Just being real. So then Torin, Brian, and Shandricka and Dom, they start talking about Patrick's event. And, Torin basically letting them know what this event is going to give and what he needs from everybody and stuff like that. So they talking about, they don't like the name. They don't like the name Pooh. When you hear the name Pooh, you think about shit. That's why I don't nobody like that name. You know, when you hear that name, poo this and poo that, oh, you're like, oh, shit this, shit that, shit this, shit that. Like, that's what you hearing. So, you know, it is what it is. So I totally get and understand why they're doing, why they feel the way that they do. But it looks like everybody is willing to support. Everybody's willing to do their thing. You know, Patrick is trying to step out of the whole old lady gang thing and do something for himself, like sell his own product. Honestly, and if I was into some body oil and stuff like that, I would buy it. You know, my body is not on point yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how my body looks. My body is not on point yet. So right, so it wouldn't be no need for me to be sitting up here with no body oil because my body is not there. You know what I mean? Like, until I get the body that I want to have, then I could post pictures of me with body oil all on me, glistening and stuff like that. So yes, that's the only time. But right now, we ain't there yet. You know what I mean? We ain't there yet. You know, we skinny and stuff. Got a little bit of stomach, just a little bit. But you know, it'll do. I like the little thickness I got. It's good. You know, that's that 30 something year old weight. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when I first got on YouTube, you know, I was skinny as a motherfucker. Looked a little bit of malnutrition. That's why they used to call me little sickle cell and shit like that on LSA, child. That's what they used to call me. That they said I looked sick, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I was just skinny as hell. I always have been skinny. Metabolism was always high. I could eat so much and not gain a pound. But it is what it is. But I'm in my 30s now, so that weight is catching up on me, child. But however, all in all, if I was into body oils, I would purchase me some. But I'm not into it. I ain't got the body for that. You know what I mean? So that's why I ain't purchasing it. But I love you, Patrick. You know I do. So Brian is looking for a food truck for his egg rolls. And this was pretty interesting because my father has a food truck. My father owns a food truck. You know, my father lives in Jersey, so he has a food truck. Like, the last time I came up there to Jersey to visit my dad, he had just purchased a truck and it was called like Scott's Barbecue or whatever. And I always felt like if I was up there with my dad, I would be working the truck with him, like work doing all of that stuff. Like, I wouldn't be cooking. You know, I'd be taking up the money, giving people their plates and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be up there with my dad. Like, I'd definitely be up there working side by side with my father all the time. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what I would be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I love my dad. So I would always be doing that. So I was just seeing it and I'm like, oh, he's trying to get a food truck. But I never knew that it costs that much to get one. Because like I said, my dad has one and my dad is not rich. Okay. Trust me, he ain't. But he knows how to make money. So he got a food truck. So when I was looking at Brian, it was just like when I was looking at my dad purchasing his truck when I went up to Jersey. But you know, they told him how much it's going to be, and he would have to invest, he would have to do so much, he would have to go take out a loan. Melvin was like, well, you may need to, you know, get a loan. And then, you know, Brian was like, I don't want to go the long route. I don't. But you know, he knows that it's gonna take him a long time to really get that together if he saves. So we get into Philip and Don Juan. Now they start talking about Shandricka, and they feel like they need to promote Shandricka to a managerial position. She's been sitting in a greeting chair like Walmart for far too long, and she got what it takes to be a manager. To be honest, I may not like Shandricka. You know, she is not my cup of tea on this show at all. Like, I do not rock with her, period. However, out of everybody, I do think that she would do a pretty decent job as someone with some authority because anybody would be better than Brandon. And that ain't no tea. That's shade. I think anybody would be better than Brandon, period. Even Shandricka. I think she'll do a better job with authority than Brandon would ever do because Brandon don't know what to do with authority. He allows people to walk all over him. He doesn't know how to make decisions on his own. So therefore, it's kind of like, girl, like, why you here? Why you here? What you got going on? Like, what's the tea? Like, what? Like what? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about Brandon. I think that he is not suitable for no damn authority. But I do think that Shandricka will probably do better with that. That's just my opinion. Um, so it's now time for the photo shoot. And everybody's getting themselves ready, putting on their robes and stuff. And I must say that Torin looks good without a shirt on. I wonder how he looks without pants. But that's just the whore in me that's coming out in this particular moment. And I don't want you guys to see me in that light. I want you guys to continue to see me as light and bubbly and ratchet and funny and just a savage like Megan Thee Stallion. That's all I want y'all to see me as. I don't want y'all to see me doing all that other stuff. Proving Terrence and them right, child. I don't want y'all to do all that. But whatever. Whatever. Um, so they come in. So Brian comes in and Shandricka with a Philip shirt because I forgot to mention this, but they looked him up. They found all of his modeling photos and they was pleasantly surprised that he had a background with modeling and that he had a background with this and a background with that. And they was totally shocked and surprised and appalled. Not really appalled, but just surprised that he was even into that type of stuff. And so it was just like, girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, what's the tea? What's really going on? Like, we didn't know you was into that. So they decided to wear the shirt, and they was like, it seems to me like Philip is on a better page, so we're gonna come in with these shirts and we're gonna see what he gives because you know what I'm saying. We're gonna figure that thing out. It was so funny because they said he either gonna look at it and he gonna see how funny it really is or what. Like that's how I think. That's what I think. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So they come in with the shirt, and then it's just like, he was just like, oh my God, I cannot believe they did that. You know what I'm saying? But he took in his stride, but he said that he was gonna get Shandricka back. Okay. So they all, took their pictures. Todd looked damn good with that oil on him. I'm like, bitch. I had to rewind that a couple of times. I'm like, Todd look good with that. I'm like, okay. I was looking at Todd like, okay. Okay, Todd. All right. Let's see why Kandi like you. Cause I did when I saw that oil on you. I'm like, okay, do you? So then Brian turns to Todd for business advice. And Todd was just giving him all this advice, telling him what he needs to do and everything else. And he looks to Todd as somebody that, because he see how he works and he has a lot of businesses going on. So he felt like Ty would be the right person to talk to. So they're celebrating Dom. They're all getting drinks. And Dom was talking about her mom. Because her friend was there, and her friend is like her brother. So Dom's mom had walking pneumonia and then she died at the age of 14. And her friend's mom took her in. And so they start asking what Brandon's intentions are with Dom. And he's saying that he sees a future with her, even children, and everybody was like, "Oh my God!" And he was like, "Yes, I can see us having a family together and all this other stuff." He may be for real. I mean, he just might be dead ass serious about that. I mean, who knows? He just might be. I don't know. And then Torrin was basically saying that he talked to not Patrick, Philip, and Don Juan about like revamping that Friday Night Live stuff, like different music, karaoke, whatever. And he wants them to come out and support it because his job is on the line. This is something that he's trying to do. He's trying to show that he can really pull it off. So he needs everybody to come in and support him. And everybody like, yeah, we down for the cause. Yeah, we're gonna support you. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. So after that, Philip and Don won. They said Shandricka probably gonna have an attitude out of this world. She probably gonna, react to it like this and that, whatever. So they come in, they tell her that she was sitting at the bar with her boyfriend, and she had her attitude ready. And then Philip was like, she was like, "Are we done here?" And he was like, "No, we're not done here yet. We're not done." And so he was like, "Remember when I told you that I was gonna get you back? I got you back." I got you back. And so she started laughing and shit. And it was just crazy because she really thought that she was in trouble. Like she had an attitude for no damn reason. They basically said that they want to give her a new position. Her money is gonna go up and all of that other stuff. They think that she's been doing a good job. They think she's a great fit for the situation. And she was happy. She was happy about that. She was really happy. And honestly, I don't blame her for being happy. She should. Um, I know when I first got my promotion, I was happy, but I would never take another managerial position again. But but however, I was happy when I first got mine. Period. Now I skipped this one, I forgot, but it was a bartender interview. They was interviewing all these bartenders, and I think that Philip had a family member coming in. She was cussing during the interview and every damn thing else, and I'm just like, girl, have you ever been on a job interview before? This is not what you do. You got to keep it. You like show your personality. Yes, you do need to show a little bit of personality when you're trying to get a job. Show your personality, but don't be cussing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like even I know that. Patrick meets up with Safari's father, Abdul. They at a golf course. You know, they talking, getting to know each other. You know, they're from California, but they moved down to Atlanta because of the living costs in California is becoming extremely high. And most people that I know that live in California, they have that. You gotta have a roommate in order to survive. And that's a lot. That's why I say I'd rather stay down south where I can just live on my own and do what I want to do by myself and not have to be forced to get a damn roommate just because the shit's too damn much. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, he said, well, you know, I did bring you out because I did want to hang out with you, but I also brought you out because I wanted to tell you that I love your daughter. I want to marry her one day and I want your permission. And he basically said, are you sure about that? And he was like, yeah. And then he was like, well, whatever my daughter wants, I'm going to support it regardless. Now, he never said that he wanted Patrick to be his son-in-law at all. He said if that's what his daughter wants, that's what he wants. And so he was like, is that a yes? Is that a yes or no? I don't know. But he did say whatever she wants, he down for it. So I'm guessing what he's saying is, I don't really want you to be my son-in-law. But if that's what my daughter wants and that's what she wants, then that's what I want too. Whatever make her happy is gonna make me happy. That's probably what he said, child. But y'all, like I said, the episode wasn't all that. You know, it wasn't completely boring, but it really wasn't nothing for me to just completely dissect into like that. But it was good enough for me to do a review on because unlike Marriage Boot Camp is boring. I just dropped it, so don't even expect no reviews on that no more. That is done for me. Like I'm done with Marriage Boot Camp. I didn't even watch the last episode, child. But with that being said, before we go, let me let you guys know what else I got coming up. Roasted review will be on Terrence's page this week, so be sure to look out for that. The time will be available whenever he makes the link and all that stuff. Roasted review will be this Wednesday on Give You the Real Tease channel, and also Who Was Wrong this Sunday will be featuring Erica De Niro. Okay, and we will be talking about Kenya versus Portia. Okay, like I said, thank you guys for supporting Who Was Wrong. Y'all are really coming in, supporting it like crazy, and it's very much so appreciated, honey. It is so appreciated. Thank you so much for that. Okay, but yes, Who Was Wrong is Sundays at 11 a.m., 10 a.m. Central Time, most definitely. And this episode, the fourth episode, will be featuring Erica De Niro. So with that being said, you guys, be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Also, click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And also, if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter and my IG would be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys out of here until my next video. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.